Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm getting ready for my day and I wanted to take you guys along. I've done this look before and I loved it, so I just needed to share it with you guys. I have a couple of new things as well that I'm gonna throw into the mix today. So before we get into it, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I came down with a fever like an hour after filming this, so if I'm acting a little bit weird or I start becoming more and more unhinged, that is why, but I still think it's funny, so please enjoy. I'm actually skipping out on foundation today. It's just way too hot. So I'm subbing for some concealer. I'm going to be using two shades in my Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer Pots. I'm using the shades Light 2.8 and Light 2.3. I'm gonna start off with the darker one for the areas of my face where I want to correct, and I'm just gonna use my finger to like lightly dab. And then I'm going to buff it in with a foundation brush. So it's basically like I'm wearing like a really thin layer of foundation. I just didn't want it to be all over. I wanted to have my skin be breathable. And I've also been so happy with the condition of my skin. You guys know how long of a road it's been, so I want to do more no foundation looks and just slightly correct like this. And just underneath of this, I'm wearing my Biotherm Cera Repair Barrier Cream, as well as my Belif SPF. That's been my morning skincare routine as of late. I'm very happy with this. So now I'm just gonna switch to the other color so I can correct my under eyes. I'm a bit tired. I have lots on my brain lately, so I'm gonna be a little bit more generous in this area where I have this blueness. And I'm blending it out with this brush again. Does it nice and quick. To be honest, that feels really, really nice. Shoving this domed brush right in this area. It's like, wake up, wake up. And to set my under eyes so my under eyes don't crease, I'm taking my little e.l.f. powder. I always forget what it's called. It doesn't really have it on the back or anything, but it will be linked down below. It's one of my favorites, and I like how this one has a little bit of a tint, so it covers a bit more or filters it nicely. And there's the finish. It looks like I'm wearing nothing, which I love. So now I'm going to amp up the bronze. I'm going to take a little bit of my Nars cream bronzer in the shade Laguna 02. I'm taking like the tiniest amount because this is quite powerful. And this one has amazing longevity, so that's why I'm reaching for this one. It has like that nice grippy matte finish. Okay, I started to have too much fun on my forehead. I just love playing with the real estate I have up there. Oh, I was gonna say, since this is a very natural look, I am putting it on my nose as well to mimic like my actual tan, but I put way too much. Now I have a brown nose. That's fine. I'm just gonna take my brush here and just go over it all again. Now I have a red nose. Help! I just decided that this isn't enough for me, and I don't want to add more of that bronzer because it's a bit full coverage, but I feel like this is gonna help. And I miss it. It's the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer. I'm using the shade 02 Medium, and I'm using that same brush, and I'm just gonna amp it up a little bit in areas. I like this one because it also adds some glow. I feel like I was missing something. And this whole idea of this look is to be bronzy and glowy. It's the perfect like sunset makeup. I would wear this on a beach if I was near one. And if you are, take advantage of it for me, please. Or if you're on a beach holiday, think of me and say, I bet Julia wishes she was here. She's so jealous of me right now. And I'd say, yeah, you're right. I wish I was you. Anyways, I don't know, that's the tired talking, but now I'm going to go in with the Rose Ink highlighter. I kind of constantly forget about this one, and I just opened it up and it kind of feels dry. So this one's kind of concerning. This is the shade Opalescent. I'm just gonna try to melt it. It's frothing up again. That was weird. It had like a dried layer to it. And the finish of this one isn't my favorite as well. It's a little bit not tacky, it's just not the creamiest. It feels a bit thick, but I keep giving it more chances. Just the fact that I forget it a lot, I feel says a lot. It is really pretty. I just feel like it looks a little too particle-y, if that makes any sense. Like you can see visible shimmers, and I don't really like that. I like when it looks like super sunk in and just like one. Today I'm not its biggest fan. But now I have the new blush shades from Melt Cosmetics. They came out with Pink Sand and Pinched. They look super cute. I quickly swatched them right when I received them. This one's Pinched, has kind of like a corally undertone, and Pink Sand, I believe, is a bit more cooler pink in a sense, or maybe it's just pink. They're both nice. They don't have any of the shimmers like some of the other blushes in this lineup do. These ones are just flat cream blushes. I think the colors are gorgeous. I think I'm gonna go with the Pink Sand shade. It's gonna suit the lip I have in here. Ooh, that is nice. And I'm wearing a pink shirt. I feel like I needed to. Also, I have an addiction to these tank tops. I won't show you because it's kind of booby, but this is the Align tank top from Lululemon. I have to refrain from looking at them on the website because they constantly come out with really fun colors, and they're so comfortable and very flattering, so I can't look. Plus, getting new Lululemon for some reason is the best feeling ever. If you know, you know. I really missed putting stuff on my nose. It's been a couple months since I stopped, but I feel like it's not completely me without it, you know? Do you feel the same? Ooh, I had a new powder I wanted to try under my eyes. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna use this on my face. This is the new Sigma powder. It's the Soft Focus Setting Powder in the shade Vanilla Bean. I don't recall ever really trying any of their makeup products. I've only really tried their brushes. Oh, I poured way too much out. The sifter looks smaller than it appears. Okay, what's in my eyeball? Tears. I'm not crying, I swear. I think the lights are just feeling a little brighter to me today. I can't look at you guys. I'm just taking this powder on this Moda big blush brush. I like to use it for powder though. And I'm just using this to set my oily areas. It's not very blurring, but it feels nice and setting. I'll have to try that on top of foundation, of course, but pretty average feeling. So now I'm just gonna pop off camera to do my brows and prime my lids real quick. So please enjoy the brow intermission. So to start off on my eyes, I'm going to be using another one of these Ilia liquid powder matte eye tints. I'm using the shade Cork today. I wanted to see how it differentiated from the About Face After the Rain shade. So this is, oh god, which one's which now? They are pretty similar. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. This is Cork and this is After the Rain from About Face. So this one's a little bit more pink and kind of cool toned, whereas this one has some yellowness and neutralness compared to this one. So I'm going to use this as my base of my look, and I wanted to use a cream shadow because I'm going to be sticking some glitters on top. This shade actually looks pretty close to my skin tone, but I used it the other day and it added like the perfect amount of depth. I'm just taking a nice fluffy brush just so I can get a diffused edge to this. I've used these 3 times, I believe, so far. It's getting easier. I feel like there's a little bit of a learning curve at first. I find that the neutral shades blend a bit better than kind of the funkier colors, but I think I prefer the About Face eye paints or the Danessa Myricks color fixes far more than these. And they also have better longevity, whereas this one, it kind of tends to rub off just like a powder eyeshadow would. It feels like it doesn't have that much grip to them. That's just what I've observed so far. I'm also going to smudge some of that on my lower lash line as well. Now, I'm going to be revisiting these. I've been reintroduced by them. They've just been sitting in my collection for far too long. These are the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflectors in the shade Quartz and Bronzite. These are kind of making it on TikTok right now, and I was completely forgot about them, but they are really pretty. So I'm first starting off with the shade Bronzite. You don't need to pick these up if you have shadows like from Pat McGrath or like the Dear Dahlia glittery shades, or there's a lot of palettes with these kind of sheer topper-like things. I'm just using these two because I have them. But they are really, really beautiful. They have a different texture. They're kind of pillowy, but not by much. They just have a very interesting texture. So I'm taking that on my lid so I get a nice sheer layer of it, and I'm just tapping it all over my lid with no rhyme or reason. I just wanted it to look like a pixie. Oh, I was gonna say tooted on my eye, but that does not sound appealing. Just Tinkerbell went with pixie dust. This is what I had on my lids when I filmed my Rare Beauty Kind Words lip swatch reels on TikTok and Instagram. And now I'm taking the Quartz shade, and this one is kind of more icy as you'd expect. And these look so beautiful in direct sunlight. I'm hoping the sun peeks out. It's literally peeking out right as I'm asking it to. That's really cool. But I'm gonna try to take a clip of this in direct sunlight because it is gorgeous. And this is really pretty in lower light settings as well. I'm just doing the exact same thing with this one. It just amps it up even more. I just like the mixture of like the silver flecks and the golden flecks from both shades. It's really pretty when you just do like a little tap of each, but I kind of wanted to go all out. And that's it. It's very simple, but I think it's so beautiful. Now I'm just gonna add some mascara, and I've been loving my Pat McGrath Fetishize mascara once again. It's so nice and volumizing, and it just makes my lashes look like falsies. And for my lower lashes, I'm using my M Cosmetics Pick Me Up because it's a tubing mascara, therefore it's not going to smudge, especially in the heat of summer. And here are the eyes all done. I'm going to step in the sun and insert a little video of this look in direct sunlight. But let me know what kind of occasion you would wear this look. I feel like for me, all times, baby. I just love this thing. So now for my lips, I'm going to be going in with the Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Humble. This has so far been my most used one. And I did end up purchasing some new shades in the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Serums. He's coming out with a new one every Monday for the rest of the summer. I picked up the first one he came out with, the shade Pink Glow. Kind of disappointed in it because it's so see-through on my lips. I think my natural lip color is a bit too pigmented for it. And in the new ones that he's coming out with, so far the two that have launched don't have any of those glitters in it, which I actually really like in the original lineup. So I'll just show you this new color, but I might go in with something else. See, it's still really pretty. It's just not what I was expecting. It's just like a stick gloss, which I'm not mad at. It feels nice too. But I think I'm going to add some Rose Glow, which is part of the original lineup. My lips are moistured and glowed. And here is the finished look. It's very simple and easy to achieve. I love how lightweight it is because I didn't use any foundation, but I still think this whole look is very elevated, but still highlights your natural beauty, you know? So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But that's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a like. And of course, I'll make sure to link all of the products I used in today's video in the description down below, so feel free to check that out. And I'll see you in the next one. Lani jumped up just in time to say bye-bye. Bye! Oh, she's loving the attention right now. Okay. Bye.